I love my morning coffee. I can't do without it. For me, I start the day with a double espresso, then a couple cups of really great black coffee. I'm Erin from TechGadgetsCanada.com, and my current espresso machine is really big and kind of clunky, and I've decided that the espresso it makes just isn't working for me anymore. So I thought I would explore some new options. That's when I decided to go with the DeLonghi Nespresso Essenza Mini to see if it would fit the bill. I'm going to tell you all about my experience with it, what it can do, what works really well, and the overall pros and cons after having it in my home for about a week. An early heads up, if you end up liking this video and finding it helpful, to please hit that like button and give me a sub, because it does help me keep making more videos that I hope everyone out there can watch, enjoy, and learn from. Initially, I was not really into Nespresso, but a couple of things changed my mind. After staying with two sets of friends, pre-pandemic by the way, that both had Nespresso machines, I found out that I actually like the coffee and found it was a quick and easy way to get espresso since each pod is pre-packaged with a single serving of coffee or espresso. Then I got to review a manual Nespresso compatible espresso pump for travel and for camping. That review, by the way, is here on the channel. Nespresso pods are actually great for travel because there is no grinding and no mess. Sold on those aspects, I decided to get an espresso machine for my house to see if it fits in my daily coffee routine. I chose the Essenza Mini because it's small and unobtrusive and because it offers two sizes of coffee. I don't add milk to my coffee, so all I wanted was something for straight up espressos. The setup of this machine is virtually non-existent. Just plug it in and power it on. It's ready to go almost immediately. The kit I bought also included a sample pack of Nespresso capsules, which was a nice way to try some new roasts. When it came to the specs, this machine gives you 19 bars of pressure from its high pressure pump and has a 20-ounce water tank. It's really small and weighs almost nothing at about 5 pounds. Though I didn't realize it at the time and the instructions don't say so, you can actually program the exact size of drinks you want your Essenza Mini to make for both the small size and the large. It comes out of the box programmed for a single shot from the small cup size button, I guess it's called, and then a 5-ounce pour for the large. By pushing and holding the button while it's making an espresso, then letting go when you've got your desired amount, you're creating a new saved setting. Next time, you just touch the button and your custom drink volume has been saved. I set mine so that the small button pours a single shot and the large a double. We could get into a whole thing here about the environmental impact of Nespresso pods. For the most part, neither the aluminum Nespresso pods nor the plastic Keurig K-cups are recyclable in a lot of cities' recycling programs. They are just too small. But I will say this about Nespresso. They encourage you to recycle the aluminum pods by including a prepaid return bag with your order. Now, I cracked on Keurig when I recently reviewed one of their machines because they had no such program. Nespresso does, and I'm using it, so I do feel better about their lineup overall. When it comes to the coffees and their taste, there's lots to enjoy. I find these coffees packaged in their little cups to be fresh, and with the stunning number of different roasts, tastes, flavors, and options, you're bound to find some you like. I have a list of a few favorites already. Bottom line here, I'm a bit of a coffee snob, and I think the coffee is great. Let's talk about what it costs to brew your morning espresso. Nespresso pods can be had on the Nespresso website for about 70 cents to $1 per pod. Compared to the cost of a coffee shop espresso, that's a bargain. Now, depending on what kind of espresso beans you might be buying now or what machine or system you're using, that may or may not be cost effective for you. I have also, by the way, seen reusable Nespresso capsules, so you can use your own coffee too. Either way, I'm perfectly happy paying about $1 for my morning espresso. Brewing a coffee is as simple as turning the machine on and waiting for it to heat up, which takes less than 30 seconds. By the way, heating up water for my manual pump took a minute in the microwave, so I'm impressed with how fast this is. Then you pop in a capsule, close the lid, and choose your cup size. My single shot brews in about 30 seconds and the double in about 45 or so. By the way, both of the machines my friends have are loud and make a weird buzzing noise, but this machine is so quiet. I definitely don't need to worry about waking up anyone in the house when I make my espresso. One of the things I like about the Essenza Mini is that the espresso comes out nice and thick. It's not watery at all. It ends up with a nice crema on top, and it's actually really hot, definitely hot enough for me. From what I can tell about this machine and other Nespresso machines, you can't adjust the brew temperature. It comes from the factory set to about 83 or 86 degrees, says Nespresso. Nespresso says it's supposed to be a hot but drinkable temperature so you can have the espresso right away. And the company recommends if it's not hot enough, you should do things like preheat your cup. Some folks might not appreciate that you can't adjust the water temperature, but I was definitely okay with the factory setting. The DeLonghi Essenza Mini has some handy features. The Energy Saver shuts it off in 9 minutes if it's not used again. The water tank holds more than enough for 10 doubles before it needs to be refilled. It holds about 20 ounces. You can use the cup riser or remove it to brew a bigger cup, and there's a small pod bin that holds about 4 or 5 discarded pods. All the pieces are washable. Overall, I've been really wowed by how much I love this machine. It is super small and takes up hardly any space in my kitchen. It's about a quarter the size of my current machine, which is a Jura. The coffee this one makes is delicious. It's hot and thick with a beautiful crema, and I love that I can customize the sizes, so it's perfect for me. The water tank is plenty big enough, so I don't feel like I'm refilling it constantly. For those who want a bigger water tank, there are larger machines out there with more features too. If there are any downsides to this machine, for some, it might be that you can't adjust the water temperature. But for me, that wasn't an issue. Others may point to the environmental impact of the aluminum pods. Overall, though, I am in love with this machine. It has been an awesome addition to my coffee routine, and I can definitely recommend it for you. The DeLonghi Nespresso Essenza Mini sells for about 179 Canadian dollars, though I have seen it on Amazon for about 149 Canadian or about 139 US. If you want to read this review or reference any of what I talked about, head over to techgadgetscanada.com where I've got a full write-up. You can ask me any questions you have about this machine, either there on the blog or, as always, here on the YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please hit that like button and do give me a sub, because it does help me keep making more videos that I hope everyone out there gets to watch, enjoy, and learn from. I'm Erin. Until the next time, you can find me on either Twitter or Instagram. I'm at ErinLYYC. You can also always catch me on Facebook at facebook.com/TechGadgetsCanada. Compared to the cost of a coffee shop.